Yo, what's good, y'all, man? We got Ezra Miller could stay as Flash. I heard about that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't really hear too much about him now. You feel me, man? It's been quiet for Ezra Miller. That's a good sign though. That's a good sign. You feel me, man? He might stay as Flash. Ain't like he's a good ass actor though. Besides all the bullshit, he's a good ass actor. You know, hey. I'm right? I'm right or I'm wrong? Let me know kind of look. But yeah, we got Deadpool 3 title. Okay, new DCU updates and more. So like it up, sub, man. Hit the bell and yeah, let's try the video. Let's let's get it. Let's get it. Let's do it with these skits, man. Be funny as hell. Oh, I got my headband on. My bad, y'all. I know y'all don't read on kid. Dang, what the fuck? Fuck about grab my head and shit. Alright. I feel loose now. These dudes with these skits, folks. These shit's crazy.
Just what the hell was that? Exactly. You might want to hold off. Why? Because your boss is gonna need me. 6353 Juan Tabo, apartment 6. Yeah.
A lot of people trying to say if he, I don't know, man. We see it though, man. When a new Flash come out, we see, you know, how much money they made, and because you know, so they you know, they go off how much money they made to make part 2. Y'all know how that, you know, the movie industry is. Y'all know how that shit is though.
Hello, my movie peeps. I mean? Thank you so much for clicking that episode of Side Flick. My name is Chris, the first Side Flick of 2023. I want to thank you for giving me another year of your time. Hopefully, it's going to be a great one talking some movie news. So let's get into some.
2023 movie news. A movie in general, the whole year is going to be lit. It's already starting off with Megan. You know what I mean? Type shit. So, hey, it's starting off lit already, though, man. We got Megan this week. Hey, it's starting off lit. We got Ant-Man coming. You know what I mean? They like starting out lit. No cap.
Some of the things we're going to be discussing here today is we got some updates concerning DC because James Gunn is debunking and confirming some interesting things. Along with that,
yeah, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for James Gunn to drop that slack. You know what I mean? Like Marvel do. They drop that slack. You feel me? I'm waiting for that. You said it's supposed to come out this month. We see. We see, man. It's June. I said June. January what? 5th? You know what I mean? Drop that slack. No cap.
Brothers possibly being okay with Ezra Miller staying on as the Flash. What? James Cameron giving us some details about Avatar 3 and a Fire Nation. That along with so much more. So you movie fans know, give me your opinions down below with everything we discuss here today. Timestamps will be in the description if you want to skip around. But whatever you do, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below, ooga boogly woogly. Let's just have a good time. So the first thing I want to dive into here today is some trailer trash. Talk about some trailers that have just recently come out. I already did a video talking about Evil Dead Rise.
That trailer was crazy. You watched the Red Brand? So I didn't even notice that too. I watched the Red Brand, but that's the R-rated R that I like. The Green Brand is like the PG. You know, so that's for like, you know, some weak motherfucker like that blood and shit. You know, we like that blood and shit. So we gonna watch the Red Brand. EV, no kid. But that trailer. That shit gonna have you waking up every night, no cap.
I'll link that down below, or you can find it on my page here. But I thought that was a fantastic trailer. Really gets me excited for this new iteration of Evil Dead. I have seen some people say it looks like a generic demon possession movie, or it's gonna completely flop without Bruce Campbell being in the movie. I don't know what juju you guys are smoking, but I think this looks really good.
This look good, y'all tweeting.
So that was a definite treasure. Then we got another trailer this morning.
I saw it, but I don't know what the fuck that was.
For another movie I was kind of curious about called Rainfield, that stars Nicholas Hoult, who is the assistant.
Oh, I know that actor. He's a good actor.
Ooh,
I don't know nothing about that.
Pregame.
I ain't check it out, y'all.
Crazy good.
Should I check it out for y'all? I don't know.
Played by Nicolas Cage, and this movie just looks to be all sorts of fun. I like the comedic aspect they're playing into, just this assistant wanting to break free from the toxic relationship it is to work with Dracula. Tagging that along with the action elements they're revealing in here, I really do think this will just be a dumb, good, fun time. Nicolas Cage can be all over the place with the movies he chooses, but lately it's kind of cool to see him return to theaters. So I'm gonna give Rainfield a treasure because I thought the trailer trailer did make the movie look enjoyable. Let me know what you guys thought of these latest trailers that we got released this week, and we're still set to get so much more. Super Bowl's also coming up, so we're just gonna be hit with a lot of trailers the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
One full-length trailer I hope we get pretty soon is for Scream 6. They went ahead and dropped a brand new image of Ghostface.
Oh yeah, I saw that image. Yeah,
On the streets of New York. You guys know
on
how
Twitter.
already unbelievably excited I am for this movie, and although an image like this doesn't really do much, it just catches my attention, man. Ghostface looking the same as he always has, but just the little details of the background that this is a New York alley, looking at the graffiti, the darkness, the atmosphere, it just reminds me why I'm so excited for this movie. So although yes, not really much to update here, I still wanted to show off this glorious photo from Scream 6, because I know there's going to be other horror fans that appreciate this beauty. Like,
yeah, no,
what do you think of this Scream 6 image, and what do you want to be revealed in the trailer? I want to see that rusted up mask in action. And well, just quickly talking about another movie that's teasing a trailer coming very soon, we had Vin Diesel today reveal a first look to Fast X. This is the 10th Fast and Furious movie where we get a look at Dominic Toretto giving us that stare that only manly men can do.
Sin City was a maybe.
The caption, of course, reading trailer launch next month. If we go off the pattern of a lot of the Fast and Furious movies, they love dropping the trailer at the Super Bowl. That is what's coming next month. So that's when most likely you can expect this Fast X trailer. But I gotta tell you, as a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise, I'm curious to see this thing. The last movie left me a little disappointed. My excitement for this franchise is slightly tainted. The way the director of this movie quit like 3 weeks in, forcing them to quickly swap someone out. This is the beginning of the end for the franchise. This trailer better hook me in. I'm kind of hoping now that Dwayne Johnson is no longer Black Adam, he might pick up a call from Vin Diesel and go, all right, where do you want me in the next 2 movies? Please. Although I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I was about to say, man.
So I am curious about these 2 movies. Please. Although I highly doubt that'll happen. Egos. So I am curious about this trailer, and I'm hoping it can reel me in, but I'm kind of skeptical. But I throw it off to you guys. You hear Vin Diesel saying the Fast and Furious X trailer is next month. Are you excited for it, or is this trailer going to determine your excitement for the movie? Moving on from there, let's talk a little bit about Avatar 3, because James Cameron has revealed some new details about what we can expect to see from this movie. Now, even though Avatar The Way of Water took over a decade to actually hit theaters, Avatar 3 is set to be released in
they got one for 2024,
December of 2024, so in 2 years time. Also, if you've been keeping up with the behind the scenes, the movie has already been completely shot. They're just in the process of editing it down and adding the visual effects, which will take 2 years. But if you're curious at all to the story or what we can expect to see, James Cameron had this to say. Cameron said Avatar 3 will explore different cultures from those I have already shown. The fire will be represented by the Ash people. I want to show the Na'vi from another angle because so far I have only shown their good sides.
Oh, so they got a dark side. Okay. I kind of figured like it was something like little twist to it. I know there's some little twist to it. See, only show their good side, so I mean, I'm already know. Okay.
Confirming it there, we have the sky people, the jungle people. Now we got the water people. Here comes the fire nation, the ash people. Get them lotion, y'all. I think it is kind of funny now that Avatar and other Avatar share very similar things of just nations represented by an element. But that aside, kind of curious now to finally see a tribe of Na'vi that are not all good. It is kind of cliche that the fire Na'vi are the bad people, but how that'll play into the story for Avatar 3 has me interested. Will this fire tribe team up with like the military sky people to get rid of Jake Sully and his clan? I have to imagine it has something to do with them not being okay with humans and Na'vis kind of inbreeding together, even if it is through Avatar bodies. Also, just thinking about how do fire people live? I know they're called ash people, so they must be living near lava. Are they?
I understand like lava or some fire type shit, not no water.
Are they literally swimming in lava? Are they just constantly hot sweating? What color are they even? I've seen some people say, what if these Na'vi are red? I think since they're ash people, they'll probably be more gray in color, or they could be a really dark blue. I don't know. It's kind of the fun of the Avatar world now that I'm not the Avatar hater. I'm actually curious to see how this turns out. I throw it off to you guys. You hear Avatar.
Avatar 2 was good. 10 out of 10. Okay.
3 will introduce us to a fire nation, the Ash people. How do you predict their way of life is and how it'll play into the story? Moving on to some comic book movies, we got a little small update here on the third Deadpool movie. Everyone is kind of curious right now that Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3, what are they going to call this movie? Will they actually call it Deadpool 3 and for sure make it a sequel to the last two Deadpool movies? Or because this is the first Deadpool movie in the MCU, will they just call it Deadpool? Well, it looks like we might have actually gotten our answer. Hugh Jackman here took to his Twitter to release a video where he was asking the Academy.
When you stay at a Verbo, the host doesn't stay with you. Because without privacy in your vacation
And voters not to let Ryan Reynolds get any recognition for his music talents in the movie Spirited. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are not even being subtle anymore with their Deadpool and Wolverine marketing. Just the fact that they threw in a little Deadpool and Wolverine thing in there lets me know this was purposeful. This was trying to be some of that famous Ryan Reynolds marketing that gets
they're trying to get everybody excited. That's why they did that. You know what I mean? They did that shit because it gave people excited
out there, that is supposed to make fans like me go, did they just drop the title? Did they just reveal it? Because we had Hugh Jackman say this during it.
I mean, I have to spend a year with him shooting Wolverine and Deadpool.
And then even later on, Ryan Reynolds replied with saying, also, Wolverine and Deadpool? Bub? Almost like, oh no, you let the title slip. That was your entire intention doing this, and you know it. But with this information, it's leading fans to believe the title could actually be Wolverine and Deadpool. It'd be kind of interesting that even though it's Deadpool's movie, Wolverine goes first. But if I'm being honest, Wolverine should go first. This is frickin' Hugh Jackman as Logan. He agreed to come back. It's making Deadpool 3 one of my most anticipated.
I'm saying he agreed to it because he was like, plus, I mean, he did it for the fans too. You gotta realize, you know, he loved the fans a lot, so. You know what I mean?
Anticipated movies of 2024. So I think it makes all the sense in the world that one, you have the name Wolverine in the title, and that you have Wolverine first, even though it's Deadpool's movie. I feel like they can even play into the marketing like that, where in other trailers you could see Deadpool try and flip the title, and then Wolverine flips it back. I also don't think they'll add on any other tagline. It'll probably just be Wolverine and Deadpool. But this is where I throw it off to you guys. You see this viral marketing going on with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. Do you like the title, or would you have rather it be switched? Alright, now moving on to our weekly update with DC, because things just continue to get so interesting. So we had Variety here drop an article titled Secret Meetings, Tequila, Black Adam, and Superman, How Dwayne Johnson's Bid for DC Power flamed out. And essentially this article
Dwayne Johnson bid for DC Power.
was just kind of recapping and revealing some new details about the fallout now that Dwayne Johnson has admitted he's not going to be Black Adam anymore. A few key interesting details in here is that one, Dwayne Johnson really wanted to be marked as a producer on the Super Pets movie, but Warner Brothers was like, you haven't done enough to market the movie, even though the man literally dressed up as a dog. I feel like he did market the movie a lot, but alright. Right? There was even
that movie was good.
Interesting tidbit in here that at the Black Adam premiere, Dwayne Johnson wanted his tequila to be served as an open bar to guests, but the studio was against it because the movie's PG-13 and they thought it didn't look right. I don't even know what to make of that. I just think that's interesting that that was something that happened behind the scenes. But in the midst of all these details and fallout, Variety does reveal some details about the upcoming future of DC.
I'll be right back for y'all. It might be 1 second for me, probably a couple minutes. I gotta get the fries out. So, I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I'm back in the hat. Y'all probably 1 second for me. Probably a couple minutes. I ain't gonna lie. I had to get my fries, my wings and shit's in the back. But let's get it.
One, they mention in here that they have heard rumblings that Wonder Woman is not going to be part of the first couple of years of the new DC slate. This is them probably mentioning that because we have heard that.
Damn, a couple of years. So a couple of years coming right back to the movie.
Gal Gadot is no longer Wonder Woman. They're not moving forward with the third Wonder Woman film, so they're probably going to reboot the character, and that'll happen.
Yeah, of course. And they're doing that
down the line. Well, interestingly enough, as this was being reported on the internet, someone, of course, tagged James Gunn on Twitter, where he went ahead and debunked this report, saying, I hereby debunk it, only because it's not true. And by debunking this, James Gunn has now confirmed that within the first 3 years of his new DC slate, we will be getting a Wonder Woman. He even went on to confirm that his new DC slate is going to be 8 to 10 years long. We can
that was 8 to 10.
Imagine that new Superman reboot will at least be one or the first two couple of movies in that slate. But him mentioning Wonder Woman will be part of that, I think is interesting. Mainly because we don't know if it is still Gal.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying, but you already know it's going to be a reboot. Oh, I said reboot. yeah, reboot, yeah, type
the
shit.
dot, or if it's going to be a newly recasted person. This
Yeah,
is
we
where we
gotta
then
see.
get to the other part of the report where Warner Brother executives mentioned that they are open and okay to the idea of Ezra Miller staying on as the Flash. Okay, so a couple of thoughts on that. For one, I just highly doubt Warner Brothers or James Gunn will admit that they are recasting Ezra Miller before The Flash is released. If right now an article came out and said Dylan O'Brien is going to be our new Flash in the sequel or in our new DC universe, that is going to ruin all hype and anticipation for the upcoming Flash movie. They do not want anything to ruin the hype and anticipation for these upcoming DC films, even though we know most of them won't see a sequel or a continuation in our world. So hearing reports that they're open to the idea of staying them doesn't fear me and make me think, oh, they're going to keep Ezra Miller. I think Ezra is still going to be out the door a couple of months after The Flash has been released. Oh, they're going to... So hearing reports that they're open to the idea of staying them doesn't fear me and make me think, oh, they're going to keep Ezra Miller. I think Ezra is still going to be out the door a couple of months after The Flash has been released. I just think they are too much of a liability. I'm very happy that Ezra...
Yeah, they don't want to mess like they franchise though. That's what they're trying to do.
has gotten
They're not
help,
to
and they
do,
seem
you
to
know.
be in a better place. We haven't heard any headlines. So that's really good for Ezra, but I just don't think you can gamble enough.
Auto, right?
Otto, O-T-T-O.
You don't hear that name very often.
I do.
Another
But I was saying, but Ezra been quiet for a minute, so.
$1 million on a star that might end up doing something that'll get headlines. But also, to play devil's advocate and to be fair and look on the other side, I do see like a 10% chance they could stay on. Reason number one, James Gunn might sympathize with Ezra, know what it's like to have headlines written about you, get canceled by fans in the media, only to then be gifted a second chance, given your life back. James Gunn might be sympathetic to that and want to give Ezra that second chance. Two, I'm also starting to believe less and less every day that even though they fired people like Henry Cavill, they're recasting other people, the new DC universe might not be 100% reboot like we're thinking. I do think they might end up keeping some people while recasting others. And if we look at the upcoming
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what they might do, yeah.
Flash movie, they've already set up a precedent where it could make sense.
Oh, they got Snyderverse, Earth 2, and then new DCU. That's what we got right now.
Flash movie, we're gonna get 2 versions of the Flash, 2 versions of Superman, 2 versions of Batman, and that already lets the audience know that even though we're set on a different Earth, some actors can look the same, some actors can look different, and they can tell the story from there. I feel like that might end up happening. We'll get a new DC universe where some actors look the same and some have changed. And if the Flash is as great of a movie as DC wants it to be, there'll be enough audience members who see that movie and understand that. I'm not saying I completely agree with that, because my thinking is just recast everybody. I'm gonna miss some of those people, but just start completely fresh, because it is gonna look really bad if you fired Henry Cavill after he announced his return, but you kept Ezra Miller. That's just... I just don't see that sitting right with a lot of people. Either way, we're just going to have to wait and see. James Gunn said he's going to reveal a couple of his movies from his 10-year plan this month. I'm waiting, James Gunn. So we'll see what he says, but I throw it off to you guys. You hear these details and updates of the DC Universe. What are your predictions? What are your theories? So far, it looks like within the first 3 years of the new DC Universe, we'll get a Superman, we'll get a Batman, and a Wonder Woman. We know Superman will be different. What about Batman and Wonder Woman? But that is all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at 3CFilms or on TikTok at 3CFilms. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.
Anyway, man, that was the update news, man. Let me know what y'all think about the news, man. Let me know in the comment down below. Like it up, sub, y'all, hit the bell, and yeah, alright, peace.